Ciao, guys. I don't know how to say
G'day, mate.
I don't know how to say guys in Italian. Buongiorno. I can say that one.
Hi. So what's hi?
Ciao.
You sure? It's not hello?
I think
I think ciao's hello.
it's hi.
You sure?
You can't even speak English properly.
We're not talking about English, we're talking about Italiano.
I think
Italiano.
it's hi, but it also, I think they say it for bye as well.
For bye.
Yeah, they say it for hi and bye.
Hi and bye.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like I saw a thing on TikTok of
Hi and
prego is
bye.
like, here you go. It also means you're welcome. It means...
Hi and bye.
Yeah.
I'm trusting you.
It's just like
I
a
really
greeting.
fully trust you.
Obviously not, because you're Googling it.
I'm not Googling it. I promise you I'm not Googling it.
Anyway, we're in a room.
So we're doing what the Romans do.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're in Rome doing what the Romans do.
Good. We're sitting here drinking. I guess they do that a lot. I liked this morning, we did a shoot with Tess at one of her friends has a studio. So we did a shoot there and we got there and he goes, let's do what, as the Italians do, start with a break. Let's go have a coffee.
So what'd you say hi was?
Ciao.
No.
Oh.
It's Chi-A-O. A-O.
C-I-A.
Chi-A-O.
That's ciao.
I knew you'd do that. You idiot. I win.
You win.
I made you look. That's a win. If I make someone look or do or react to something stupid, that's a win.
That's a win.
Yep.
Well, I liked that we started with a break today. The way he was like, let's do it the Italians do. Let's start with a break. Let's go get a coffee.
Oh, yes. Yes, no, I do enjoy the Italian way of thinking.
Me too.
And their coffee. And their food.
Food has been so much better.
Not so much their beds.
No, oh my God. I had like half sleep. I couldn't get comfy.
I still reckon the place before's beds were harder. I really do.
Fine there.
See, I did not sleep a wink all night, but I was also I had an anxiety. I had like a 3-hour anxiety attack and I couldn't get rid of it.
That's not fun.
It was only because I had 2 basketballers each side of me in the plane that decided that's how they sit, and I'm in the middle seat. And then they wanted to move a lot, and they're just elbowing the whole. And I'm just one of these people. I'm not a close person. I'm not someone who likes standing close to. Like if someone's a hug or something, that's fine. But standing super close with someone for a long period makes me very uncomfortable. But that's just a me thing.
No, but that's why I wanted to swap seats with you on the plane.
You just wanted to be next to the 2 big guys. Yes, you did. You've gone, yeah, babe.
No.
You watched that thing you showed me about the painting of the penises on the big black guys that had it, and you saw the 2 big black guys sit each side of me.
I didn't even...
You just gone, yeah, babe.
No, I didn't even see who you were sitting next to. I just knew that the second you said you had a middle seat, I said, let's swap.
Friggin', I don't know what it is. Both British Airways and American Airlines, we have a booking together. It's a single booking, and they separate us. But you're sitting next to someone who was on their own, so why did they have to keep that seat for him? He could have sat anywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, unless he's pre-selected it.
Who would pre-select that seat?
I don't know.
That seat wasn't even a window or an aisle. It was this... So have you ever been on a plane that they've had that second emergency exit that's not on a wing? We said emergency exit wasn't on the wing, and then the 2 seats that were opposite. So try and explain to people, it's like an emergency exit, but the row in front of the emergency exit's only 2 people facing that way, and then the seat where the other third person would be is facing back this way.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
But there's a sign on the seat that seat has to be occupied before the plane can take off.
It's strange. But I do find it weird. I book these flights through Qantas's website and... Well, I find it weird that they even offer you that you can use points to book flights that aren't with oneworld. Like sometimes they offer you flights with KLM. Remember that one year we had flights with United?
I don't think you can book... Oh, that's right, they did.
You remember I was looking at flights?
Maybe it's just Qantas is cooked.
I don't know. But so it lets you book flights that aren't with the One World Alliance. So I double-checked that we are flying with One World Alliance because that's where our status is if we're not on Qantas. And we need this status for the amount of luggage that we have. So I book it through Qantas using points and it's one booking reference for us, but then it won't let me pick the seats on there. But I've sorted it out for our next flight that I've worked out I've got to go to the airline we're flying with and log in through them.
I thought you'd already worked that one out. I thought you could, that still wouldn't let you get into it, said that was not available.
Oh, it let me do it for this.
Oh, yeah, but I thought you'd already tried that before.
It let me do it.
I remember you suki-la-la-ing.
Well, it let me do it and I did that. And I made sure we're sitting together for our next flight.
Oh, do I have to sit next to you?
Well, yes, so you don't complain like this.
Well, yes. So I get a preference because I fly so much. So you put your seat preference that you like. And I like the aisle, so I can get up and down and get my laptop or whatever I want without bugging anyone. So why would they put me in the middle?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
Joys of travelling.
It's me whinging.
It's us whinging
whinge a lot.
again, as usual. I feel like this is what we do when we're travelling and doing podcasts. We just seem to whinge a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Travelling, it might be fun when you're going. It's not even fun for me when I go on a holiday. In fact, the last time I travelled on a holiday was that horrible trip to Hawaii where the plane was cancelled and this and that. And...
Yeah, you really don't like travelling, do you?
No.
Then why do you do it?
She forced me to.
No, I don't.
You keep saying, I want to have my status. Because I like to get on the plane and some stranger comes up to me and say, hello, Mrs. I'm not allowed to say your alter name. Is there anything we can help you with? If you've got any problems, I am the head person of this
You're
airplane company.
You're the one who craps on about needing platinum for your baggage allowance. Don't pin this on me.
You're the one who really enjoys... In fact, the last Emirates flight, we had 3 or 4 people come up and welcome us.
It's nice.
And then we get on British Airways and, you can sit next to... No, I didn't even get... I had nothing to eat or drink on it. And you saying it was... When I looked up, I saw the cart was blocking where you were. I saw the lady was like 30 aisles up doing something with her machine and she kept on reading packets on the box. Did you see that? And she was tasting something?
No.
I think something might have been off.
No. Well, I bought a packet of chips in
I saw her pass you and didn't give you a thing.
No, got a thing.
And they walked straight past me and I thought, oh, the trolley's empty, they're going to come back.
No, I got
so
wine and chippies.
So I just sat back there and they never came back.
I got wine and chippies.
But they didn't do it down there because I saw the whole trolley walk past. Normally I'd give you my credit card.
Well, I paid for it with my own card and I had wine and chippies.
But I didn't even see you pay. No. I saw her walk past.
But wasn't that happened?
But I was... Anyway.
It happened.
Well, my row didn't get served because even the basketball players each side of me complained about... We mentioned the flight, we were really looking forward to a gin and tonic. And they didn't get their gin and tonics.
Oh, well, they could have gotten up and walked down. Well, they had long legs, according to you.
No, they were wide.
You could have gotten up.
I don't know how long they were. I know they were wide.
You could have gotten up.
All girth.
Could have gotten up. Anyways, we are in Rome now.
Well, I didn't get up because we didn't even have menus.
Oh, I did.
So we had no seat pockets. So you were upgraded, I was downgraded.
I wasn't upgraded, you had more leg room.
I was in a sardine can, you were there whining and dining.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Am I allowed to keep whinging about that flight?
No.
I want to do one more whinge. Because even one of the... so the females are a hostess, what are the males?
Host?
They're hosts, so they're airline hosts.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just thought about them. You can't call them a hostess.
No.
Are they they host or a hostess with the most? What happens if the host identifies as a female? We wouldn't know, so we wouldn't know what to call them. Yeah, he was sitting there because we landed, and it just seemed to take forever for anybody to get off the plane. Like you see everyone standing around their luggage, but nobody was actually moving. And the guy said, "Yeah, I don't get it. There's 4 empty gates, and they've parked us out in a tarmac with some stairs, which means there's one bus, which means once that bus is full, they're going to close the door again. The bus will take them, they'll come back, we'll all have to stand on the plane and wait." Then their stairs broke down. But they weren't. How did the stairs break down? It wasn't an escalator. I don't know how the stairs break down.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm whinging it, but what was it? 40 minutes to get off the plane. It was not fun.
No, but we made it safe and sound.
Yes.
We've spent the last 2 days with Tess, who has Bebe.
Are we allowed to talk about that? I thought
she posted just before.
Oh, so it's official now
Yes.
that she is with child.
She is with child. She's having a little boy.
Has she posted that too? Oh, you might have let it slip.
She
You
seems to
could
be
be
telling
dead.
everyone.
I'm going to check the post.
She seems to be telling everyone.
You're worried now.
She's having a baby, and it's really exciting. So, yeah, she's been waiting, and because I asked her about it at dinner last night, because she hasn't posted that she was with a child, because
She's about 7 months, didn't she say?
6.
6.
But she's been waiting for us to get here for her to post it.
Oh, did she put up one of my pictures?
She put up the behind, like, her at the studio with you in the background, saying "shooting with Peter with my belly." So she was waiting for us to get here, which I thought was really cute.
And I worked out, well, I've been shooting with Tess for 9 years, I think I worked out. And today was the first time I've ever shot her in a studio, which wasn't for a workshop.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I ever shot with her, like for us two in a studio. Everything else has always been Airbnbs and streets and things.
Well, yeah, because normally when we're travelling, we don't book studios for shoots.
Not for that type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, and I would have loved to have had my studio. Could have done so much more, but I could have done. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But I did enjoy shooting in the studio finally. I've shot in the studio in the workshop. That's different. My head's in a different.
Yeah, you're in teaching mode. My head's in
teaching mode,
not in creative mode.
Well, not in shooting for me mode.
Yeah. You're in teaching mode.
Yes.
So it's good, and Tess did a shoot with one of her friends. Shooting with another one of her friends on Sunday. I've been trying to organise more shoots for Peter for tomorrow, but...
I've decided agencies are useless, so anybody out there, a photographer, get agencies. Agencies are only interested in e-com paying work. They're not interested in any other type of paying work or having any other type of work with their models. They don't want to have cool portfolios for their models because the agency is now only chasing e-com.
Like, I've been messaging, like, Peter was like, maybe they don't speak English. And I was like, they've replied to me in English. I've been having a back and forward conversation with this agency for a couple of weeks now.
No, I'm 100%.
And they're, because it's...
I was looking at agencies before we went away, and I was just looking at even their own pages, and it is so e-com, flat and boring. Nothing that's anything like editorial, anything that's like, nothing would ever be in a cover of a magazine, nothing. So it's just, and that's all they're chasing. I think they've put it in a too hard basket. I think they've forgotten that, e-com, they can get the girls $120 an hour, or, if they're good, they're $250 an hour. And there's no usage. So they don't get paid any more money after the fact. Whereas if they can land a billboard shot and it's going to go in every country in the world, the money they get from that is like what they would earn for half their friggin' agencies girls doing ecom for a whole year.
Yeah. I'm still going to keep trying with the rest of the cities that we're going to, but yeah, it's just
And I've decided to become a dog photographer. Yes, because everyone wants a dog photograph, so I can do test shoots with dogs. I could be a Gidget photographer. To only shoot griffins around the world.
I'm still going to keep trying, though. It's just really monotonous, sending the same email and then hoping, and every time I hear the ding from mail, I'm like, ooh. And then it's just like...
Spam.
Damn.
Talk about spam. My God. Every morning I wake up and it's like 8 or 9 missed calls. Every one of them is spam.
Thank God. Aren't you lucky I told you about Do Not Disturb?
I know, but that means that I would say 95% of the phone calls that come to my phone is spam. Our telecommunication company should be doing something against this. That stinks. Stinks. And no, I don't want solar. I have trees over my house. Solar doesn't work. And yes, if my Uncle Fred died and I've never heard of him before, has got some money, just send it to me. You don't need to send me an email, just send me the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. It's really bad now. So we get emails coming in, and like we got an email coming today and it went into the junk. So then I'm super suspicious that, it's just some type of scam, because it wasn't junk. It was someone asking a legit question, but because it was in the junk box, because the way people can manipulate headings and things like that so much. And even the Qantas deal thing that came up, I've clicked on the link on their email and I've just gone, not sure, I think it might be spam, delete. Because just the screen, turns out it was a Qantas thing, but it was acting like a scam. Anyway, that's the world.
I've had that with PayPal before because they change their user interface so often. And
you go on there and think, this doesn't look like PayPal. Have I just given someone else my details? PayPal's scary because it's like my bank.
I know, and that's what I meant. I've done that before, that I've gone to PayPal and logged in to your account and then been like, wait, shit, that doesn't look like crap. But it's just because they change their user interface like once a month.
But even PayPal, they did something recently and sent an email. And it was click on the email. It didn't say go on and sign on to your account. It had to click here. And I thought, no, this is where... And it had a weird address. But it still had PayPal in it. And I thought, it was PayPal sales. I thought, this just feels... So I didn't click on it. I went through in my own thing and there was a message in there. But it turns out to be legit. But... this is how we get caught we can be caught so easy now, because no company should be sending you a click-on email. They should be just telling you, go and log in.
Yeah. And I guess because we were scammed with that Facebook thingy, we're like even more weird.
We're lucky we just didn't have an active credit card in there. So but they couldn't do anything. That's even more reason why, even on your Facebook or anything... You don't have to have an active credit card for any of them, do you? No. It was only because it's a business. I think it was something Rosie said, so that's so long ago. No, it was
because it was when you were running paid ads, or we were running paid ads.
That was, Rosie days.
Well, even when I first started.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went through every one of my sites that I'm on just to make sure they don't have a credit card on there.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So scammers like using social media too much. What's with the grunts?
What?
What? I was surprised you jumped so quick.
At what?
We just jumped straight to Milan.
Straight to Rome?
Oh, to Rome, sorry.
Well, because we're in Rome?
Yes. Did we do London?
We were.
So all of our experience in London, have we spoken? No, straight to Milan. I don't like that country. I'm out of there. I'm happy.
I never said I don't like it.
No, I actually love... Well, I could have. I love Shoreditch in that area, and I could live there, except now I couldn't.
Because the food's so bad.
And the prices are so high.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Literally, Beck and I went and had fish and chips, a piece of fish each.
Some chippies.
Only one bowl of chips between us, wasn't it?
No, the chips came with fish. I mean, the fish came with chips.
We had pickle onion, which was disgusting.
It was really
And
bad.
I had some calamari, which I think was made by Goodyear. It was either Goodyear or Pirelli calamari. Completely flavourless, but uneatable. You couldn't even bite through it.
Edible.
Eatable.
Inedible.
No,
But the words,
In is like going in somewhere. Means no.
the words inedible.
Unedible. Leave me to my own language, please.
All right. It's not what it is.
And we had,
It's not what it is.
I had a beer. And
I had a wine that I think was off.
Beck had a Grange 1963. Well, you must have. Our bill worked out to be, 160
60.
Australian dollars for 2 pieces of fish, a bit of chips, some pickle onions, which were way pickled. I think they'd pickled themselves.
Well, they were like big.
No, but they didn't. They tasted. No. Didn't taste pickledy, but they were like chewy.
They were weird.
They're weird. That the mouth. What do you call it?
Mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel was disgusting. And yes, it wasn't calamari. It was in a tube. Because it's like that stuff that Jared says about calamari, but
Chewy.
yeah. So people who don't understand. So calamari, which is squid. Calamari is an actual type of squid. So there's things like tube squid, calamari squid, especially in Australia. And the calamari squid, when you pull like their hood, their foreskin, that's what you eat, the hood. Oh, what's so funny about that? There is a skin on the inside and outside of it, which is like a rubber band. Right, so we had a trick. So we had like onion sack, or the potato, the crisscross.
Yeah.
Like that. We throw all the calamari in that, tie a knot in it onto the rope, throw it behind the boat, tow it for about a kilometre. When it came in, it pulled all of that off for us. That's after we took the hood off. After we circumcised them. But there's in Australia, there's a lot of places you buy them and you go to bite through it and there's this like ring on the inside that's inedible. That's because they didn't throw it in the
They didn't do that.
sack. Yes.
Well, I didn't even bother trying. You kept after you had some and you were telling me how horrible it was. You could be like, you try it. It's like, I don't want to eat something after you've told me how bad it is.
I wanted to ask you a question, that's why.
I don't want to know what that question was. I'm not even going to go there after you've been talking the way you have. I'm not even going there.
It was along those lines.
Not even going there.
But anyway, in the past, we really haven't had a problem with food.
No.
Like, I got food poisoning from the Blues Bar, which we didn't go to this time. But that's about the only time we've had.
Yeah, everything else has always been really delicious, but I don't know, just
Whereas
this year.
even we even spoke about it on the last podcast, Smokestack.
Yeah, we told everyone to go there.
Yeah. Like it was still full and everything, and it felt the same. And I think the owner of the studio we're in today, he summed it up, didn't even think, and what he said was exactly right. So as soon as you start buying cheaper quality food, you add salt and herbs and spices to hide the cheaper food. And I really reckon that's what. So Smokestack, the ox cheek, cubies things, would like to die for, but they just was so spicy,
really
like
rich.
rich, spicy.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was overly rich. Like it was. Yeah, it just. It's weird because it's
Smokestack's like American food. And the spiciness was not American spices.
I don't know. It just seemed like over flavoured. It was like overly rich.
Unless English people have lost their taste buds and they have to.
But even like we went to another restaurant that everyone has been telling us to go to for years.
That was terrible. You couldn't taste the food.
overly
Your butter
spiced.
chicken just tasted like spice.
Yeah, like it was just overly done. So that was a bit, and it's just everything was so bloody expensive.
Yeah, the prices. Like we had, the three of us went out last night. We had the most beautiful Italian
The
food.
best carbonara ever.
Like amazing food, nice wine, the whole thing, and the bill would have been half the price of the fish and chips. Like even today's lunch, there was 4 of us for lunch, like 2 beers, 2 wines, 5 main, 5 mains and 1 entree was still, it was literally half the price of the fish and chips.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
And crazy. And that was, today's
was
lunch was really nice.
delicious.
I enjoyed. Can we take Italy?
But yeah, it was just a little bit disappointing with food-wise.
I don't know how the English people are surviving the price of food. It's just,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Although our favourite pizza place is still really nice.
It was.
They didn't change anything. They don't need to. Yeah, they were really good. In fact, it was so bad you didn't even eat the last night. You decided,
Yeah, exactly. I had gummy bears.
And then you ate gummy bears. Then I quickly raced out and grabbed takeaway tacos, and they were to die for. In fact, the tacos are really nice. And they only cost me $25 Australian.
My Haribos are really nice.
Your Haribos.
I love my Haribos. Haribos are so good. They're like crack for me.
They're like crack. What, you inject them?
They're just really good gummy bears.
What? Oh, one of our flights, you didn't even realise that on the
Yes,
flight you
they
got a
had
complimentary bag of it.
Domino's.
And you looked at me, where did you get them? I said, it's in your little thing there.
Swimming, they're like crack for me. I'm like, Haribos, please give them to me. I'm just obsessed with them. They're so good.
But you'll see all of this on the vlog that I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah, he's been such a bad vlogger.
I can't. I tried to, the first day into the studio, you went off to get cakes or something. But, all right, I'm going to do my vlogging. I'm there going,
You feel like a dickhead?
I did about 20 different facial expressions to put the camera away.
And you haven't done it since.
No, it's not me. It feels like if I have to try to do something, I don't like it. It needs to flow.
Well, that's like the first year that I came to Europe with you, I vlogged, and it just flowed and it seemed authentic and real, and I really liked those videos. But then I tried to do it the next year and it just didn't seem to work.
I think you got to be that type of person. I'm not that type of person. Like there was a couple of I've sort of gone through. I did maybe 9 sessions that I've seen, and that was sort of all right. But when I went, nah, that's not me.
I still haven't finished doing the voiceover to my Japan ones, but... Well, no, I did. Because I was doing them while I was there, and then I was like, I'll finish them when I get home. And then I did one the other night.
We're not in Japan.
No, but I did one and it was like really long, and I captioned it like, oh, sorry for the rambling, because it was like all my clips, it went for, because I used this Spark camera thing. And I did that, and I put the captions, oh, sorry for the rambling, and I hit post, and then my friend Vicky sent me the video because I'd posted it, and she's like, babe, where's the rambling? And the audio didn't save, so I so quickly deleted it.
I employ this.
So I need to redo that.
So this is why we have all these filmings that the audio didn't work. It's a you thing.
This was on TikTok, can't blame me for that.
It's sounding like a you thing. Why have you put tipping point in my notes?
I don't know.
It's tipping point. It's written tipping point.
I don't know.
You sure?
What?
Well, I'm deleting it.
Okay.
Okay.
I do miss tipping point though.
No, yeah, you were watching some show last night because we're in Italia and we can't speak specked English. And it was 2 weird-looking straight guys asking questions because they looked really straight. Look, awkward. Asking another guy questions while there was a lady in like lingerie fondling his head and ears, and that was just weird.
It's one of my hobbies is when we go to another country of me just like watching their TV and I can't understand.
No, you keep looking for that naked date show.
No, I know where to watch. I can watch that in Australia.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. No, I know where to find that.
You didn't watch it while we were in London.
Because we didn't have TV while we were in London.
Yes, I did. They just didn't have free-to-air TV on it.
I know, but no, I can watch that on...
Oh, yes, I did have a TV. Someone bit my head off because I was trying to point out the obvious.
Of what?
Meow.
Meow.
HMI inputs.
No, because you were
don't. Chill pill. That's better. See how snipey she gets now she's married. It's amazing. A woman can just be absolutely amazing, get married and... She won't even comment on what she knows. Don't look at me like that.
Maybe I'm just sick of your shit.
Your shit.
Speaking of
shit, yeah, I think I got food poisoning at Qantas and first class lounge in British Airways. Yeah. So because we do fly so much, we have a status, which means when we're flying any one world, our status means we can check in the first business class lounge areas.
And go to the lounges.
Heathrow has an amazing check-in area for that, which is like no queues, straight in, straight through customs. They have their own customs and thing, and then straight from the customs, it's straight to the lounge. It's not even a walk down anywhere. And I don't know what else. Yeah. No, we're going there, and the guy got some chicken there, and I thought, oh, this is nice. Eating it, and tastes I'll stop. And then 2 nights ago, our first night in Rome, 3 o'clock in the morning, hard cramps. Oh no, not again.
Not again. See, this is why I eat beige food.
So you eat chicken?
Yeah.
That's beige.
I know, I eat tit though. As you.
Oh, so you can't get food poisoning from chicken tit?
Well, you know if it's not cooked because it's pink. Whereas thighs always look pink even when they're cooked.
Yeah, no, I don't think
so you don't know.
I don't think this was not cooked. I think it might have been not recooked too many times, like 5 or 6 days worth of reheating it.
Well, then how does it have like poison? Isn't
it? Well, because you can't have food just laying around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever it was, my stomach is back to my normal travelling stomach at the moment.
Great. Well, I was going to say, speaking of shit and how much shit you love to shit, or how much you love to shit stir, which I'm sure...
I would never do that.
Everyone knows how much Peter loves to shit stir. His son tried to be a shit stirrer and take after his father and got us tickets as a DJ that producer. No, he's a DJ. He's a DJ/producer we really like, and he's playing in Sydney, and tickets went on sale the other day. Him playing Sydney is not relevant. Anyway, tickets went on sale at sleepy time for us, and he ended up getting the tickets, but he told me, he's like, oh, I got them. I hope you didn't get them as well, because I couldn't get on to you. I was like, yeah, because I was asleep. No, I didn't get them. And then he says he got one for Jared as well. He's like, but anyway, I finally got on to Jared, so I got him one. We're in a really good position where we're prime centre back seats. But he's playing a stadium, so in my mind I was like, oh, I guess maybe...
I think if you centre back, he's basically saying you're in the last row dead centre at the back of the stadium.
I don't know.
You didn't pick up on that.
He just goes, we've got a really good spot. We're like centre at the back. And I thought, and the seats, and I just thought, oh, maybe there was only seats because it's a stadium show. And I was like, oh, cool, well, just let me know how much I owe you for the tickets. Like, we'll sort out flights and accommodation.
And he would have gone, Oh, I didn't get a bite. I'll tell her the truth.
And that's exactly because he's like, we are in general standing. We're not in seats. I was trying to get a bite out of you and I got no reaction. So
My son failed again. No.
I'm really disappointed. I didn't get the bite that I was looking for. Well, yeah, I'm happy that we're at stand.
Sharon got 100 times better bite when he really booked her seats on something she'd rather be in the mosh.
No, because that was...
No, it wasn't. You still would have rather been in the mosh.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't a bite at Jared. That was a bite at the venue because when Jared booked the tickets, because we were umming and ahhing about going, and so it had been on sale for a couple of weeks, and then when we decided to go,
Everything was sold out.
It said GA sold out, so we could only go in the seats. And I was like, oh, well, it is what it is. And then for some reason, I went on the website the day of the show and saw that there was mosh available and all of our friends were in the mosh. And I was like, well, that's bullshit. Like, why have they now just released more mosh tickets?
Did they release more mosh tickets, or did Jared just maybe make a mistake on booking?
No, I don't think he would have.
Sure?
It's his favourite band, so I don't think he would have. And all of his
maybe because it was his favourite band, he didn't look where you were going.
No, I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, I didn't bite his head off. I was biting the venue's head off for doing that.
Anyways.
It's just a bit funny that Len didn't get the the bite that he was looking for. But what's with you Coulsons and wanting to get bites out of people?
No, my dad was never like that. My dad wasn't it was a little bit, but nothing. I don't know, I've always been a shit stirrer.
Oh, so you just passed it on
Yeah,
to
the
me.
amount of... I had 2 bosses that said that they could kill me because I would stir right up to the point about they're going to kill me or hit me or sack me, and then I'd stop. And I'm waiting for one more thing, and I'd never do that one more thing. And they hate it, but I always knew when to pull the pin. Like, yeah, that's as far as I can go. I've scratched that point enough. It's like a tattoo artist. Oh no, I can't do any more there. I can't help it. I enjoy having fun.
Why is it fun pissing people off?
Even though I seem to whinge a lot, I actually really enjoy having fun.
Yeah, but why is it fun pissing people off? But if someone does it back to you...
You do it?
Yeah.
And you have fun?
No, because I only do it...
No, you have fun.
Not all the time.
Yes, you do. Oh, so you do it and it's not fun. That's nasty. Oh, by the way...
I don't do it that often. I only shit stir you because of freaking payback.
Rubbish. I've seen you become a bit of a shit stirrer yourself, not just with me. With Jared. With other... I've seen you do it a bit. Country and Western music. You listen to it long enough. So you've got to do a bit of housekeeping now. It's really important.
No, we don't.
So, yes, we do. It's really, really important.
Oh, this is not funny anymore.
Sorry, it's very important. So, Bec, for how long have we been doing this podcast? So this will be coming up to 149?
Something like that.
Something like that. And so for 146 episodes, she announced the bottle of wine she was drinking. All of a sudden, she's decided she's not going to share this with anybody anymore. So this is the 3rd episode in a row. She did not share what she is drinking today.
How do you pronounce
that? So
that?
why are we not doing this anymore?
How do you pronounce that?
So you need to talk to the camera why you aren't doing this anymore.
Because I thought people didn't care.
That's very easy.
How do you...
Val Porcellania.
I reckon it's more like No, because I think they do C's like a CH. I don't know. Valpolicella.
Does it matter? You could just spell it. Or you could show it. So everyone who's driving at the moment, look at this.
I don't know. Classico Superior.
Classico.
Classico Superior. Superiore.
Because you've upset a few people. I only listen to this podcast to see what you're drinking.
I thought no one cared what I was drinking. Everyone just calls me an alcoholic instead. Because it's not okay for me to drink, but it's okay for you to drink.
But why did you just stop?
I don't know, because I thought no one cared.
But after 147... So it means I can say something to you 146
You do.
times.
You do.
It's all right.
I don't know. Tess told me it was nice.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Oh, it's red. It has alcohol in it. It's
red.
nice. It is hard though. It's really weird. I wouldn't have thought wine would have been so different around the, like bourbon's bourbon, whiskey's whiskey, or when you get to wine, all of a sudden Shirazes aren't Shirazes, Cab Savs aren't around. You can't.
I think they have Cab Sav.
They had Cab Sav, did they?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't see
And they
that.
call Shiraz Syrah.
Is that because they're not allowed to? Australia claimed Shiraz, has it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I find that really weird.
I don't know.
I grew up drinking port with Dad, and all of a sudden you can't buy port anymore. It's called tawny. Was when there used to be things called a tawny port, but now in Australia, if it's made in Australia, it can't be called port anymore.
I don't know, but I just know that we call it Shiraz, but over here they call it Syrah.
Syrah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just like a heavy red. Just give me a heavy red.
A heavy red.
Yeah. Or if it's nice and warm and sunny outside, then I'll drink like a Shardy or a Sauv Blanc.
A Shardy.
A Shardy.
So what's their version of a Shardy?
They have Chardonnay.
Oh, they do Chardonnay?
Yeah.
So Shardy's like our crap white. Well, it used to be.
It used to be. And I actually went to a winery.
Yeah, no, it changed. So in
guy
Australia,
explained.
Shardies used to be the cheapest you could buy. Now it's actually
It was because it got really popular, and so then they started
lots of cheap brands.
They started mass producing it, and you could get it really cheaply. And then because they were mass producing it, that's like, because I never used to like Chardonnay. And Jared and I went to a winery, we did a tasting, and the guy was like, "This is our Chardonnay," and I was like, "Oh, I don't like Chardonnay." And then he sat down and told me this. He's like, "The reason you don't like it is because it got so popular, they started mass producing it, so you probably only had really shit Chardonnay. But this is like
the real Chardonnay.
and then again I was like, ooh, and now I think I like the oak. I like when it's like buttery. I think it's when it's oaky.
Buttery.
Yeah, I like a buttery Shardy.
Butty.
Like, I think it's when it's oaky. I like it. I don't know. I like Chardonnay, but it needs to be a sunny, warm day. Same with like a Sauv Blanc. I love a Sauv Blanc on a warm, sunny day. But for the most part...
But then Sauv Blancs have done that though. There's lots of really bad Sauv Blancs now.
Yeah, sometimes they have to be too sharp.
Sauv Blancs used to be really nice, I find. That now there's a lot of... But it's mostly all that blended crap. There used to be a thing called claret.
Claret.
It was red wine. Because there also used to be a saying that if someone punched someone, they were bleeding, they would say, look at the claret all over the place.
It's just like this weird word you've been using, the...
What weird word?
Skerrit?
Huh?
You've been using this word a lot, a skerrick?
Skerrick?
Yes.
I've not been using skerrick.
You've been
It's
using
a real
it
word.
heaps.
It's a real word. I think.
Never heard it before.
I think.
And you've been using it
Skerrick.
a lot recently, yeah.
Skerrick.
Yeah.
Do I say it's skerrick?
I think so.
You're getting me to question what you think I've been saying.
You've been saying it a lot. I think that's what it is.
Now, so I've said it 3 times, I don't know if it's a word I used or not.
It is.
It is. Oh, I had a first. It wasn't a skerrick. I don't know what a skerrick. What's a skerrick? You sure I've been...
You'd be like, oh, there wasn't a skerrick of something or
Oh,
other.
yeah, no, now I know the context of how it is. It means nothing. I think. I'll Google it in a minute.
Who says
But
like...
my brain... No, you've got to remember, I'm double your age. There were words that happened before you were born.
This is weird.
Weird.
Anyway.
So many models say they'll never come to Australia because it's so dangerous. All the snakes and spiders and things like that. Mm-hmm. I was on a photo shoot yesterday. First time ever on a photo shoot, I saw a snake. On a photo shoot.
in Rome.
In Rome. And the snake has gone from one bush across the sand into another bush, and this great friggin' dirty rat followed it. I thought snakes ate rats. This looked like the rat was chasing the snake. And then the thing flew back, and Tess started going straight towards Tess. I was trying to tell Tess, just stand there like a tree, like a pregnant tree. But then just zzz, and then back into these bushes.
Yuck. I hate
It was
snakes.
big. It was about at least a metre and a bit long.
Yuck. I didn't know they had snakes in Europe.
Why wouldn't they?
I just didn't know they had them.
Well, if you think, look at all the countries that are interconnected.
Yeah, no, I just don't.
So
I just don't really associate snakes with Europe.
I don't either. I certainly don't associate snakes with London, but that's like a separate island.
Yeah, I know, but I still just don't.
Although Australia's a separate island, but we have lots of snakes.
I just don't. How did they get there? How did they get so many snakes?
Who? Who get so many snakes?
Australia.
Um,
Did people bring them? Did they swim?
no, all the snakes, they're native
What, they're just
snakes.
from? Oh.
No, they're from. I don't know. How did we get kangaroos? Nobody else has kangaroos.
They're native.
Yeah, but how did we get them?
I don't know.
Your brain, your whole head is moving. So how did we get koalas? Nobody, well, even better, platypus. Like
I think
rat
someone was
with-
having
a rat
fun.
with a duck.
Yeah, I think someone had some fun one day.
Do you think someone in the science lab made oopsies?
I think someone said, I will grab a duck, I will grab an otter, and then I will stick some poison on it. Like,
Oh, it's not that poison. It is a bit poison, but it's more, that's their only defense weapon. It wasn't for humans, it was more for other things. It's got a little spike behind one of their legs.
And they go,
It's more for someone tries to eat them. So it's most of those things for like dingoes. I reckon if they try to bite, they lift the leg, and when the dingo bites, the spike goes in their mouth.
savage.
Very savage. I think. I could be completely wrong. I failed school, so. Oh,
Very nosy.
we have them in Australia too.
We were going to sit on the balcony, but we decided.
But yeah, there was no view.
There was no view.
It was just a concrete wall and uncomfortable seats
So now we have, yeah, it was more that. It was more the uncomfortable seats.
to match your uncomfortable bed. Oh, we didn't go out and get you something to put on your mattress.
I'm sorry, I'll survive.
No, you won't. I'm going to put up with you tomorrow complaining all of.
I'll just like smash a bottle of wine and pass out.
That's your answer to everything. So if the plane starts crashing, I'll just smash a bottle of wine, pass out. It doesn't matter.
My bed is so uncomfortable. I hardly slept last night. It was so hard. And because at home I've got a mattress. My bed is so comfortable, and then I've got a mattress topper. It's like a cloud. And then this is like, I think even sleeping on the tiles might be more comfortable. It's probably about the same, to be honest. It's just like rock hard. And
Well, it's something that, especially, so in London where we stayed, I put up a big, we're never staying Airbnbs again. Unfortunately, because the price of everything, we've got no choice with some of it. But one thing that we know is if we stay in an Airbnb, which is somebody's house, it's great.
because they live there,
They
so
live
it's
there, so everything's
comfortable
comfortable.
and livable.
So this place here is IKEA furniture.
they don't live here. It's very
It's basically
sterile.
the kitchen has hardly anything in it to cook with and things like everything is very minimal.
Sterile.
And you go touch the bed and it's like a rock. Mm-hmm. And it's like a token piece of material as the covering on the bed.
It was very not comfy,
And you'd never live here with the shower.
oh no.
That water pressure and the temperature changing, you'd never live here.
I've got to wash my hair later. How am I going to manage that?
I think toilet might be more consistent. I think they've got the bidet thing there. Just stick your head in there and
The
put on-
bidet.
or whatever it is, the arse flush thing. Just use the arse flush.
Arse flush. But yeah, no, it makes such a difference when you stay somewhere where someone actually lives versus where they obviously don't.
Yeah, London was beautiful. Except we get
was.
accused for damaging their furniture and we didn't. We definitely didn't.
No, we definitely didn't.
But then I think he realised. But he lied to us. We never lied to him, but he lied to us. Remember he said the cleaner took a photo.
No, I never read that message.
No, you said the cleaner took a photo
I never
and it
said
wasn't
anything.
on there.
You read the first message.
No, you told me this.
No, I didn't.
So my dyslexia, I read.
I didn't read. That's why I don't know where you've come up with this. He said the cleaner.
I'm going to look back and spend 3 hours trying to read that first message, and I bet you I'll find cleaner.
Yeah, but I didn't, because you were the one who showed me. You just said you were like, "What's this?"
Anyway, we're running around in circles because she's getting her married narcissistic. Wow. Anyway, he sent us a message showing his dining room table with this circle, so like a little bit of a circle and a little bit more and a little bit more. And to me, it looked like a burn. And he was asking, how did we create this so he knows how to clean it off? And as soon as I saw it, I said, well, we've got nothing that's round.
But also, I'd seen it a few days prior, and I said to Peter, I was like...
But I can't remember that conversation.
But I was like, oh, what's this? And Peter was like, what? And I was like, this like kind of like broken black ring. Like what? And he's like, we don't have anything that's round. And I was like, oh. And then you were like, must have been here when we got here because we haven't even been to that end of the table and we don't have
the other
any,
end of the table to where we were
sitting.
We were
working and we don't have anything that's round. And so we just sent back to him. We were like, don't
No,
know.
I asked, then we asked, I said
is it
in the message,
scratch?
because it's real, I said, is it a scratch? Is it like a mark, like a texture or a pencil or something?
Yeah.
Or is it a burn? And he came back and said, oh, it's a burn. And then sent a picture of one of the cast iron pot lids he has that matched perfect. It was like, well, we didn't cook.
We went out and
we went out every night.
We can show you the receipts.
We can show you the super expensive receipts for crap food.
Yeah.
He backed back really quick. So any money, I think the first message, I reckon he's asked the cleaner. The cleaner said, no, that wasn't there. They must have done it. He's then said this, gone back to the cleaner. She goes, oh, I didn't notice it. So her job's most likely supposed to check all the surfaces and she didn't. Anyway, he backed back. It's fine. It's always uncomfortable when that happens because Bec and I know 100% if we burnt or broke something, we would say something.
Like we stayed somewhere one year and I think I broke like 2 wine glasses, so we went out and bought new ones.
Ones for them. And so we tend to...
If we do something wrong, we'll be straight up about it and be like, so sorry, we know you're staying in your property and we've done something wrong, so how can we please fix it? But we didn't do that and we know... But then it's so awkward when you're like being accused of something that you're like, I hand on heart, no, I didn't do that. And now me sitting here denying it, I don't want to sound like I'm guilty by like over-explaining myself that I didn't do that. Like,
all he had to do was look in the rubbish bin and he would have seen everything. The only thing in there was the takeaway tacos.
And crumpet packets.
And a crumpet packet. There was no cooking, no food, nothing.
It's just more like, this is what I mean. It's just like the over-explaining of things when you're trying to defend yourself. Like, you don't want to come across as being more guilty, like, because you're over-explaining.
I think you read into that, but that's because I've actually said that to you. So if someone's late to work and just says, I'm late because Mum had a problem, I had to help her, you say, yeah, that was true. But when they go into like a 5-page essay about what they had to help with, that's when you start thinking, no, it's not.
But you were doing that when we were replying to me, like, oh, tell him we'll send him all the receipts and stuff. It was like, oh, see.
I know, but I just,
So
I know, but that wasn't over-explaining. It was saying, if you need, we'll prove it. I think it's a bit different. Anyway, what are you looking at?
How long have we been talking for?
So you're cutting me off again?
Oh, my God.
Well, whenever you do that, the next thing is, oh, we've got to finish now. So do we have to finish?
It's been 55 minutes, but you can keep talking.
No, good. I wanted to wait till the very end before I did my next bit.
Oh, God.
No, because it's really important.
What?
For anybody who could sit right through the end of this whole heap of crap. So I think everyone would agree to sit there and listen to Bec and I rave on for an hour. But if you didn't like us, why would you do it? You know where I'm going, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Won't mention names. It's fine. Like, social media is horrible. There's all these, but it seems to be every now and then there's one person that gets the hate. And they go out of their way to look at every single thing you do on every single platform you do it on to hate on you.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't like something, just don't friggin' look. Like if I don't like someone's song,
skip.
I skip. If I don't like any of their songs, Taylor Swift, I just don't listen. And I tell other people not to. I know I'm obsessed with her. There's 4 things I'm obsessed with. Taylor Swift, your Only Farts page, your wedding and your honeymoon. See, I got it in. You don't have to take the rubbish out for another week. I got it in for you. He owes me.
Oh my God.
No, I just don't. We had some other person years ago that Bec just got fed up with it.
Yeah.
And so she rang him and he wouldn't answer the phone. He chickened out. But even with this one, he's made a comment on Bec's own wedding photos on her Instagram. So Bec's called him out on, he won't even reply.
Yeah.
He's run with his tail between his legs.
I just don't get it.
I don't get it. Seriously, there's people with all different things. There's artists I don't like the look of, there's movies I don't like, there's musicians, and there's photography that I don't like. And there's a lot of photography I really don't like because I see behind what that photography is. But I never comment.
You just scroll past.
Just scroll past. I don't like it. And the more you scroll past that stuff, the more the algorithm says, oh, he doesn't like it. We're not going to show him that.
Yeah.
Which means I don't have to, and more in my feed will be stuff I really like. But this poor person's stuck with having to listen to my shit. And he doesn't like it. It really upsets him.
Just don't listen to us.
I know. I think it's more fun that maybe it's still keeping on longer.
It's just weird.
It's just another view.
It's just weird.
I know. I find it. But I think it's I do find this is a bit of social media because so go back before 2000, how did these people exist?
They didn't. Well, they
like how? Yeah, but what was their guilty pleasure? What was so?
Well, they do what me and my best friend do, and sit around and talk in person. Don't comment things online.
Yeah, but I don't know if he has a friend to talk to.
No, that's being a bitch. Yeah.
No, I just meant so. There's the whole troll thing. Who were they before social media? Is it the social media is given these people an out they never had, and now
everyone's got a platform. Everyone's got a voice, but before they didn't.
No, but I like the fact that everyone has a platform and a voice. And I like the fact that this person isn't anonymous because we can find out everything about that person. So that I like. It's better than the people that are just completely anonymous and can spew out whatever they want to spew out. I do find it weird that...
if you don't like, just don't look.
Yeah, because I don't think it's healthy.
No, it's not.
It's not healthy for the person, I think.
It's not healthy for your brain.
There's got to be like a rot by continually watching what you don't like to be upset by it. That's got to be really bad for you.
Bad for your insides, bad for your soul. Anyways.
Maybe he doesn't have any grass out the front of his house that he can go out and touch.
Maybe.
Bec's favourite word. What was your favourite?
It's not a word, it's saying. Go touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Get off the internet and just go
outside, sit down and touch some grass. You'll feel better. Actually, grass does make you feel better.
I know, that's what I mean. It's just like get off.
I'm not talking about smoking.
Get off the internet, go outside, go to some nature.
Watch a squirrel.
Touch some grass. Just don't be so...
Watch a rat chase a snake.
Don't be so chronically online.
Yes. Anyways.
Anyways.
Did we speak anything about photography this week?
Spoke about how much agencies suck.
No. We spoke about I shot Tess.
Yeah.
And just really quickly wrap up. I shot with Sophia. I shot with 2 Sophias. My last 2 shoots were Sophias. One's with a PH and one's with an F. It's good. I hope we get to shoot with Sophie when we're back in London at the end of the trip, because I did spend a fair bit of time because I needed to change.
Yeah, we were going to film it. We were going to film something, but then you spent heaps of time just changing her mindset.
And then with the Sophia we shot here, she's come in and I thought, well, no, I'm just going to go straight into it and I'm going to see what you've got. And then very quickly I could see what worked with her. So instead of taking a long time, I did some of my little tricks and they worked so quick. That pillow was one of the best things I did. Like instantly when I did the pillow with her, changed everything. Well, she wanted to do implied topless. She's a very comfortable girl. She wanted to do implied topless, and her problem was whatever she did felt like she was trying to cover, which meant her face was, if you're trying to cover, your face is in a negative headspace. It's not a positive headspace. You're trying to block. And I could see this. She was looking so much better when she had her first top on. And she didn't care that I could see or not see. It was more, we don't want it in the picture anyway. We can't use it. So I could see. So I thought, right. So we could grab a bit of material, but I'd much rather her being able to cuddle something. So I grabbed a pillow. And the first frame with the pillow was like, oh, bang. And she's gone, oh, wow. So that's a really good trick. So if someone's uncomfortable, give them something to cuddle. Every girl loves to cuddle something.
Don't give yourself for them to cuddle.
No. I didn't. How are you supposed to take a photo if they're cuddling you?
Selfie.
No. Selfie. Oh, thank God you're not a photographer. You'd be the biggest pervert photographer in the world. Can you give me a cuddle selfie? You pervert. Thank God you don't have your Only Farts page. I couldn't imagine the stuff you'd put on that.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Oh, we're raving now. And
we've got dinner to get to.
We've got dinner to go to.
So thank you for listening to us ramble.
Where are we talking from next?
Either Florence or Milan.
Or both.
Or both.
Yes, we should do Florence. I've never been to Florence.
No, we've never been to Florence.
Have I been to Florida?
Yes, we went to...
No. Oh, it's Florida an area.
Florida's a state.
A state, yeah. So we've been to Florida and now we're going to Florence. Yes. Are they related?
No.
Oh. Sorry, can't help it.
Have a good week, everyone.
The insides of Peter's brain.
Have a good week and we will...
see you from Florence.
Bye, guys.